I have put him off for so long. Originally, he was going to be after Percy, but then got pushed back to after Gordon. Then the Henry video came out, and he had to be pushed back again. But I think it's time I finally do it. Let's cover My Ideal Thomas. So, My Ideal Thomas is a long story. His construction started in 1913, but was halted in 1914 due to World War I. In 1918, the plans for Sir Nigel Gresley's A1 were found, and the builder who was making Thomas forgot about him and used these plans to build a new engine, who would turn out to be Henry. Yes, Thomas was built by the same man who built Henry, who stole the plans from Gresley. It was only in 1923 when Thomas was finally completed. Look on how he looks. Thomas is basically the mix of the body of an LBS CRT-E2, shrunken down, with the running board, wheels, frame, and chassis of a Furness Railway G5. Thomas would be sent to Sodor the year after his completion in 1924, while all the other Loden engines were on the railway. The builder had tried to sneak Thomas over to Sodor, but he was caught and arrested for his actions. Thomas was put to work as station pilot. He caused some serious slip-ups, such as Thomas's train, where he tried to take Henry's train without permission, and was caught for it and banned from hauling any coaches. He could only shunt them. So, in Thomas and the Trucks, Thomas tried to steal another train, but failed miserably, causing an accident and banning him from the main line as a whole. That's why in Thomas and the Breakdown Train, instead of Thomas, it's Edward who helps James. Well, at least in my AU. Thomas would remain a station pilot all the way until 1970, where the events of Thomas and the Magic Railroad would take place in my AU, but much different. Thomas isn't the star. It's James and the engine who would become Emily in my AU. Thomas would try to chase them down for his jealousy of James, for his attention and fame, but he would have an accident, causing Thomas to finally be scrapped after so many years of spitefulness. Speaking of which, let's get on to his personality. Thomas is quite possibly one of the rudest tank engines on Sodor, if not one of the rudest engines as a whole. Well, trumping engines like 98462 or Ala de Greedy. Thomas has absolutely no friends, and is not liked by a soul. Some wonder how he managed to make it past the 1930s without being either sent away or scrapped. But they wouldn't have to worry for long, as Thomas was finally caught up in somewhere, I say, like 1972 or 1973. One of those two is when Thomas and the Magic Railroad happened. But my ideal Thomas is still around as a spirit who haunts the Farquhar branch line, and on some occasions the main line. The engines I've seen the most often are Percy, Toby, and Thomas's replacement, Ryan. And all three engines try ways to ignore him, but to no avail. So yeah, that's my ideal Thomas. One of the most hard engines on the island of Sodor, and one that still haunts the railway to this very day. Just like engines like 98462, who I will eventually cover. So yeah, right now, I don't know which engine to do next. Next, it's between Edward and Croven. I'll put up a poll after this video to see which one will get the majority of votes. So yeah, see ya.